Hiya. Today I'd like to do another sketchbook tour. Yes, I have another one ready for you, and more than one coming, like another one coming very soon as well, because I've almost finished another sketchbook. I'm kind of slowing down recently. I've just been more busy with other things. I've been on holidays and things, and I can't wait to show you what I've been working on. I am currently working in this sketchbook and finishing off this one. Only a few pages left, like literally maybe 2 or 3. So coming soon. The stickers on these covers, just in case you want to check them out, is Rahilu and Monkey Mintaka. All of these. This one's by Sophie McPike, and this one's an empty washi tape. And at the back, I sometimes stick my own. And that's my washi tape as well. And I've already prepared my next sketchbook. I love working in these small ones because I can take them in my handbag and they're very light and just easy to carry around with. The sticker is a tiny bit too big, which is a shame. But I really wanted, Sailor Moon nostalgic stickers. So this one's waiting to be started, but on to the star of tonight. This is like a random sticker I got ages ago. I don't know who made this. This one's by Sophie McPike, and again, the washi tape. I got it from London on my mini art retreat. If you haven't seen my art retreat, I've done a sketchbook tour and kind of mini haul video. Not sketchbook tour, but like a mini haul video and what I got up to in London. I'll link that up for you. Again, my own stickers at the back. It's an art creation by Real Talents, and it's my go-to sketchbook because it's very affordable and there's loads of pages and they're thick enough that, it handles quite a lot of medium. Maybe not like watercolors very well, but overall it handles everything I throw at it. It comes with the band and a bookmark. And I can show you the first page because I have my details on it. I haven't put the... Hang on. I lied. I thought something wasn't right. This one's my current sketchbook, and I haven't finished it yet. This one I took to France with me, so this one's coming next. And I've completely mixed them up. It's this one that I'm going to talk about. I think you will need to bear with me. I'm not my best this week, but I'm still excited to do this video, so I'll do my best and hopefully it will fly nicely. I'm going to cover my details just so I don't show everyone my email address and so on. I think I'll just use this. So it's a sketchbook that I finished in just 7 days. I can't believe 7 days. That is the fastest I've ever drawn. And I know I said it in my last sketchbook tour, but I forgot and it surprised me. But I mainly drew quick sketches in it, so it wasn't that hard to feel comparatively to like if I was doing like finished pieces in it, it would have taken me months to finish. So don't judge yourself by my sketchbook speed because it doesn't always happen this way. It just happens that I used like very quick medium in it. And I started waiting for boba coffee. I know everyone and their, cat likes boba tea. I love boba coffee at our local place. It's just really, really tasty. It's like amazing. It's like, yeah, I have no words. And I started on the 9th of August on my day 243, and I finished it on 16th on day 250, and I haven't really celebrated reaching 250 days of drawing every day. So maybe this is my celebration. Ta-da! 250 days. Yes, I'm already on a bit further. I forget, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And I took it to London with me, but I also drew in Southampton and like wherever I had it around that, because I was only in London for like 4 days. And I started drawing at the place I had boba tea, just some people eating, and just stuck my receipt and drew a tree that I saw. Not exciting, nothing crazy here. I drew the neighborhood. I was sat on the bench and just drawing the buildings I was seeing. I think this might work better if I color it in, like, because you probably can't tell the details very well. I might or might not. I don't tend to go back to my old sketchbooks. To draw this, I use Tombow Fudenosque. It's like a hard tip brush pen. It's not really a brush pen, but they call it brush pens. And I really like these pens. They're really nice to control the lines. Much easier than a brush. And I drew the inside of the place. It's like a restaurant, cafe kind of place. And I really enjoyed like drawing the books on the shelves while we were waiting for food. And some orchids and our food. I don't know if I just got this pen or something, or just refilled it with carbon platinum ink that I got a sample of. It must be, because this is a new ink that I was trying. So it was recommended to me by a fellow urban sketcher, and I just gave it a go. I got a small sample of carbon ink just to see if it was good, but a warning, if you try that, you shouldn't really leave that ink in the pen for too long. I should probably show you what pen I'm talking about. It's this sailor pen that has a bent nib, and it's bent on purpose to give the really nice omnidirectional lines as you draw, so you don't need to change the angle and things like that. I really, really love it. And I know it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, but I keep forgetting what inks I use, so I put the name. So this one, so platinum ink, carbon ink, can dry inside your pen and damage it if you don't use it very often. And I found that the more I was using it, the more kind of thick it became, and it was skipping, like not drawing properly. And I got a bit scared, so I put a water-soluble ink in it, or water-based ink, rather than one that once it dries, you can't dissolve it with water, just to kind of prolong the life of this pen, because I like it that much. So it's the Iroshizuku Takesumi. And yeah, I was just testing out some new inks. So I got Coral Humming by Sailor. It's the only one. I don't know. Here I was just drawing. I think this was as I was waiting for the train to London. I was just drawing people around, and I just drew kind of representation of myself traveling. Cozy jumper. I didn't really wear this hat. I had like this, but I think it looks cooler, you know. And here I was drawing on the train. I think this was still waiting. Here I was drawing on the train, and then later I colored it in with Tombow brush pens. It was really fun to draw on the train. And I was kind of like, I really wanted to draw. And what better inspiration than to just look outside the window and draw what I saw. It was really a challenge because the train, moves quite fast. But I tried to make it into like a sort of narrative. And I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I might refine it at some point if I wanted to draw my whole journey as a comic or something. But it was really a really cool challenge to just try and look at something, and then as soon as you start drawing it, that thing is behind you. You can never see it again. So it was quite a fun challenge. I kind of had to look at it, commit to memory in a second or less, and then draw it quickly. I really enjoyed it. I drew like some lights and buildings, power lines, bits of train station and like landscapes that I was seeing. Someone's coffee. That was a reflection in the window from someone in front of me. Um, People walking with their luggage and things like that. It was just a fun way of filling the time as I was traveling, and it went so fast. Like I love going on the train now. I just put on my noise cancelling headphones, put some good music or a book on, and draw and draw and draw. Continued getting closer to London, like the buildings show, and yeah. Oh, this was funny. It was 11:06, and the train was due 11:05, but it still said arriving on time. It always makes me laugh. I know it's only 1 minute, but it's no longer arriving on time if it's 1 minute late. So I always try and document funny things like that. Oh, here we kind of stopped, and I was like, this could go either way. We could be here forever, or it might be just a temporary stop and a planned part of the journey. So I noticed these weeds growing by the train tracks, and I started drawing them. I wish I did them more justice because they were really kind of cool looking. Then we went through Clapham Junction, some more buildings, people walking past or towards the train. This was really cool, but I didn't do it justice. It's just like a massive row of buildings, one after another, looking identical. Some more. I won't talk too much about this because I feel like this is maybe getting a bit boring here. So I met in London with my friend Lucy, and we went to a couple parks and just had a small art retreat together. And here we were sitting atop a hill, and we were looking down at people just enjoying their day. It was very sunny. It was a Sunday, I think, and yeah, we just had like a cold drink, and it was probably the hottest day of the year as well. And we were sitting in the sun almost all the time, but it was worth it. I kind of like how this person turned out, although I did the number ones the wrong way around because I was drawing them upside down. Why not? So I sometimes especially for lettering, I would turn it upside down and draw the letters and numbers upside down because it gives them a bit more character. You're getting my tips now. Drew some more people. This one's a bit different to how I normally draw, like a bit more detailed and shaded. I don't know how to describe it. I tend to use blocky colors, but I kind of like this. More people. There was this impressive tree. Don't think I did it justice, but it was nice to document it. Yeah, sometimes when do you see what I mean? Like I fill the sketchbook very fast, but there's not that much going on in it. And here's the building, like the mansion building or something. It was really interesting. I didn't spend too long drawing it. Then we went to like a kids' playground part of the park. The hands. Oh dear. It was this boy playing with his dad. Drawing people who smoke is intimidating. I don't know why. Maybe because they look badass. I don't know why. But I felt like this woman potentially knew that I was trying to draw her, so I had to like not look at her too much because I don't want to make people uncomfortable. I just want to find a reference, amongst people around me. And if someone notices, I don't know, I don't want to be annoying people. So I didn't do her justice, but she was interesting. Some more drawings. I can't remember if this was supposed to be Lucy, but it's not my best drawing. even though I remember really loving drawing, they're not like the most accurate depictions of people. It was still lovely to just fill page after page after page and like have fun. Here I tested some art supplies from Lucy, I believe. It must be. Yeah, her distress crayons, that was really fun. I love those. Some of her, what are they called? Completely forgot the name. Some of her colored pencils and other things. These are my these are her pencils, and these I picked up late. I am getting confused because this was definitely something new about in London, and these, but that was a few days later. By the way, I tested some colored pencils here, and this was an exercise we did on another day where we were just drawing lines. It was just like a warm-up thing, and then we were drawing different kinds of patterns. And we were looking at some pictures and drawing using, maybe it was made up, but either way we were like drawing landscapes using those marks from the previous page. And kind of progressively more time, I think. And then we had a bit more time, and I tried to use like different values, so like darker and lighter colors. Really like this. This is from a picture that Lucy took in the park. It was like a paddleboarding lake. And then here I went, so Lucy had to go she was planning to go on her holiday, so she went and, met up with her family and I stayed in London, and I went to central London and visited some nice places. My favorite cafe, and I tried to draw people queuing up and like buying coffee and food. Quite like this one. It's very unfinished, but I enjoyed drawing it. And so is this. It's quite loose. Oh, this is okay. Completely wrong. This was at a cafe I went to with Lucy, so I was still with her, and we just sat in a cafe outside the cafe first, and then we went inside, and I drew people queuing up and buying ice creams and coffee, and then we watched people watching the puppet show. So we weren't watching the puppet show, we were observing them from kind of a bit of a distance. Quite like this lady by the tree. People often move, even if they're watching a show, they were moving quite a lot. I really like how the boy, maybe I didn't do much justice. The man definitely didn't do much justice, but I like how this bike turned out because it's quite a difficult angle to draw. And I drew a tree. And here I drew on the bus, and the lady driving the bus, I don't know, she scared me. It was very, very fast and bumpy, and she was very good at it, but it was very rough. So I drew people on the bus, and this turned out like a bus, which I'm proud of because it was really hard. And I really like drawing this kind of scene and like the different people that were sitting there. I think it's got a bit of charm, and it reminds me of that journey. And I drew a pigeon. Here I went from New Beckenham to Waterloo. So I saw this from the train. I have no idea. Oh, this is from Lucy's house. So I just drew the shoes on the shoe rack, and then I got on the train. And this is where we parted. And I drew people I drew from the train, Again, it wasn't as good as before, I guess, but still fun. I feel like I'm rambling a lot, so I'll speed up a bit. There's not much crazy stuff happening here. Went to my favorite cafe. And it was a very, very hot day, so it was nice to sit in a air-conned room and rest a bit. Quite like how this lady turned out. Again, someone smoking, not my best drawing. And people paying. Sometimes I don't know what happens with my hand, but it's practice. And I went to Trafalgar Square. I'm really struggling to pronounce this place name. And messed up this face, but I love how I drew these two ladies. I don't know what it is about them, but I enjoyed it. And then some people were eating on the grass, and yeah, loads of people were walking past. And Trafalgar Square is a place that has, what's it called? Paddington Bear, like sculpture on one of the benches. So there were loads of people coming to it and taking photos. Then I drew this scene. So this is where the statue is. And I drew the tree, and everything's kind of off scale a little bit, but I don't mind that. And then as the people were walking past, I tried to capture like the head, the hat of someone, the body of someone. They were walking quite fast, so I combined multiple people and created this imaginary person that looks like could be a real person. Completely didn't care about drawing the hand. And then I went to Soho Square, which honestly I enjoyed a lot more. It's a lot greener, and the space, like the seating space, is a bit nicer. Like there's lots more benches there, and I think it was quite busy, but it felt less busy. And there were people playing ping pong, and like at one point a guy came to the park and had like a boombox music on, and it was just really fun. Yeah, JBL brand. And I remember really liking this woman's face, but I didn't do it as much justice as I could. Love this scribbly person. I think I caught something here, like a bit of movement. And this guy, I kind of like how he turned out as well. And the next day I was like, I don't have much time left to check out from the hotel. And I checked out what was around. I wondered whether I could go to Tate Modern or somewhere else, and I found Natural History Museum wasn't too far, and it was directly accessible from like the tube. And I worked out that I had 1 hour, so from the time they opened to the time I had to leave to go and check out, I had an hour or less than an hour to spend there. But I decided to go anyway, just to not have any regrets. And I can always come back. So I was drawing people queuing up. I remember really wanting to draw this man's face, but I didn't manage to finish. But I think I caught him. Like, that's basically what I remember he looked like. And I love this face. Something really loose about this. And then I went, because this was in a queue, so I didn't expect that I had to buy tickets online, so I ended up in a queue. And I was like, I only have an hour here. Can I please not queue up and go in? But I waited patiently and just drew people and took loads of pictures. And then I had like 45 minutes there, but I loved every minute of it. It was worth it. And I then got on the tube back to the hotel, and I drew this woman, and I really enjoyed it. It was really weird to draw on the tube, but I got over my fear of like drawing in public places, especially like public transport is quite intimidating. And even though I made a big mistake at the beginning, I kind of managed to make it look like a face and very like minimalistic, and a lot of people might not be, will be like, it doesn't look like a face, but I love it. And as I was drawing, I noticed that someone next to me was just like staring at my sketchbook. They were like smiling and stuff, but it got me so self-conscious about it. Like I didn't know how to react to them. So because I didn't want to spook them, so I didn't react to them at all, which was really strange. I just smiled a lot. And then there were a lot less people on the train, so on the tube train. So I didn't want to like stare at the person in front of me because this was quite far away from me. And I drew like shoes because no one will care if you look at their feet. And then I drew someone's hand really badly. I think I was getting self-conscious by being watched. It was a bizarre feeling. No idea what By the Bear was. And I can't remember if I drew these people. Oh, By the Bear. That was Trafalgar Square. That's my clue. So I sat quite close to the Paddington Bear because I knew that people love taking pictures there and that I will have the perfect opportunity for them to be still for a few seconds. So yeah, that's why this man is holding a phone. And it was quite fast-paced, so I did try. But yeah, I had to be extremely quick. I drew the statue from there. I should have checked what this statue represented. I've completely messed up and I didn't write it down. And I'm not the biggest history fan, so I like looking at historic places, but yeah, I don't have a memory. I like how this person turned out. I'm not sure what this flower was. I quite like this person as well because they look like, walking somewhere and thinking about something. I think I caught that like movement. I really like this. Like there's bits in every drawing that you can find, like in your own drawings, that you can find like inspiring, or you can find the good bits in them. Like even here, even though the face looks a bit funny, like I love the hair. Just kept drawing walking people. I tried drawing a dog. That's something I'll practice next probably. A bit of the sculpture. I quite like this fish. This face turned out like a face, and it's quite loose, quite like that. I love this face. So I went to Royal Opera House to wait for my friend who works there. We were going back together, Haru, with Haru. And yeah, she's super talented, a pianist at the Royal Ballet. And I just waited in the cafe. And as I was sitting in the cafe, I could have drawn, like I drew people in the cafe, but then I thought that's a bit intimidating and they might notice that I'm drawing them. So I looked out a faraway window and there were loads of people walking past. And here I drew, so I took loads of pictures from outside the Natural History Museum, and they had these like stone sculptures in them, like the fence had loads of it, and I drew that. And I used my new pen, which I have somewhere, but I've done the art haul video last week, so you can watch that if you like. I'll try and link it up in the cards, and I'll put the link in the description. By the way, if you're still with me, please let me know in the comments that you're still here. I'm feeling kind of weird this week, so any support, like mental support you can give me, very appreciated. Because yeah, I'm kind of trying not to judge myself today and I'm just going with the flow. And I picked up a fortune cookie in Chinatown. I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to have one. Even though I know that I think fortune cookies are just like a tourist thing, not really a local kind of thing in China. And some tumble brush pens and things that I picked up on my journey, and this beautiful washi tape that I got in Choosing Keeping. I love that shop. If you've never been, like, just visiting without buying anything is worth it. And that's it for London. This I drew at home from the photo I took in London. I tried not to take like blatant pictures of people. This one was more of a scene, but it turned out to have really good like reference to draw people. But I won't be showing the photos with you because I just don't like showing people's faces without their permission. But I used my new pencil, which I forgot which one it was. I don't want to like prolong this video, so I'll skip that bit. I'm losing my voice as well. I quite like this man's face, and this hand is how it looked in the photo. It's like foreshortening, so he's kind of pointing the elbow towards the camera, which is why it looks like kind of weird. And this photo there was something magical about this photo because I managed to draw more from it. There were so many people by accident, like it was not planned at all. There were more people in it. So I drew these 3 people, and I just really love their poses and like their backpack and their hair, everything about it. This was all at Leicester Square Station. And this is also from that photo. It's just weird how many things I managed to do. On that day, I did 40 sketchbook pages. It's weird. It's weird. I need to go back to that photo or like the other photos and draw from them. The one advantage of like these people were quite blurry, so they were like quite far in the photo, and I find that really helpful because then you have to kind of make up the details. You're not like literally drawing from life. You're kind of forced to have some imagination in it. This is a selfie I took of myself. Maybe not the best representation of my face, but I think it looks cute, so who cares if it's me? I know it's me. Yeah. And then another day, I think I was trying to keep drawing from my photos, but this one clearly didn't have the right vibes. And as I met Haru at the Royal Opera House, she gave me a little souvenir from Japan. She gave me some earrings, and this was packaging from it, and I just love it. I just thought it was really sweet. And here, some more drawings from life. This was just a local cafe. We had some boba tea, and I love drawing people when they eat, and you know, when I'm far away from them, especially. I got some weeds. This is from my garden. It turned out pretty nice. I was worried that it will go really funny when it's like stuck to the sketchbook, but it's alright. A self-portrait. I really need to do more self-portraits. Like I should do one every day to keep my like skills at bay, as I said. Oh, it's funny. Here's my outfit. It looked a bit different. Like the skirt was black, but it would have been boring. Another self-portrait. I was literally in a self-portrait zone. And I drew my new earrings. I love them. They're like asymmetrical, so one is kind of longer than the other, which I love. Like, it's really cute. Oh, look, another one. I think I was making faces to my camera and taking lots of pictures just to kind of like learn to draw funny faces. But obviously this one's a bit much. And I'm not sure what happened here, but it's funny. It happens. Some drawings from Trafalgar Square. I kind of lost it. Like sometimes I lose interest once I've drawn something too many times. Some more drawings from that square. Again, for shortened hand. I don't know why, but I can't do it justice. Maybe shading would help. I quite like these. They look like they're having fun. Maybe this person is slightly too big, but overall I think they look like they're talking and looking at something together, which I find quite hard to represent in a picture. Some more drawings of people. And that's it. We are done. I'm not sure what happened with this sketchbook. Normally they're very flat. Yeah, finished on day 250. What a coincidence. I think when I found out that I only had a couple pages left, or like 10 pages left, and it was day 250, I sped through them. But it was a really fun sketchbook to work in. I have very fond memories. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you have, give me a shout in the comments. You always make my day by leaving me a nice comment. It can be a weird thing to just talk at a camera without interactions with humans who are with you, who are on the other side. Like, it's quite asynchronous, like, you know, we don't see each other. So it always is nice to read the comments and see what you thought, whether you had like favorite pages and things like that. Do let me know. Definitely tune in for more. I do quite regular sketchbook tours, and obviously when I don't have sketchbook tours, I might have new art supplies that I share with you, or I might do a paint along, or I'm also planning a Q&A video. And at the moment, I just thought I might show you what I'm working on, because it's quite a big part of my life right now. I'm taking part in Super Seconds Festival. And Super Seconds Festival is something that runs on, it's like an online fair with about 250 makers. And it's run online on 14th and 15th of September. So not long. Maybe by the time you're watching it, it's like just around the corner or actually happening. Actually, yeah, when I release this video, it will be like a week to the fair, but you might be watching it slightly later. And I will be offering like quite a lot of discounted products, and I'm planning a big shop update. So I'm working on like new photos and documenting, like making new listings and preparing everything for it. Having loads of fun. It's quite nice to kind of get my products out there and have a motivation to do a shop update. And something I'm going to be having is my finally new notebooks. So this is a reprint of my old design. It sold really well, so it was quite a popular one. And I've increased the color saturation because I kind of wanted it more bright. And I have lots of seconds of it where it was just cut just a little bit too far, but otherwise it's perfectly fine. And I have these cuties. So this is my new design. And I had loads of fun designing this. It just says my list, let's go halfway, and then well done. It's printed in the UK, and yeah, it's handmade. As in, I finish it by hand. What else? I hate promoting myself. I also have, I've lost it somewhere. Oh well. I will also have, a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, I made a new zine called Crybaby, and it's like a mental health journey about recovering from the bad times. And I had some misprints, so I'll be also having a bunch of these. I'm making some goodie bags with like surprises in them. Yeah, there'll be something for everyone. Oh, I know. I made some washi tape. Finally. I took the plunge and made some more washi tapes. I'm just getting it out. So I already had the cats, which you can probably see in my every single video I record. So it's the cat party one with an imposter dog. And then I made these mushrooms. Oh my god, I put it off for so long. I was so scared. It turned out really nicely. Then I have these fishes. Oh my god, I don't know if I was in focus. So fishes, cats, mushrooms, and flowers. So yeah, I had loads of time, loads of fun designing them, but then I was really scared to order them. And that will also be a part of my shop update. And I'll have some, there's only a few, maybe like 4 or 5 seconds from these, because some of the packaging, like the stickers on the washi tape, because they all have like a sticker on the front and back. Some of them were a bit damaged, so I'm going to sell them slightly discounted. And yeah, you have to be really fast because there will be only like, is it 4 or 5? I'll show you what I mean. Nope. I don't know where I put them now. There's a lot of mess here. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you put up with my weird talking today. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a lovely day artsing. And until next time, bye!